Okay, so different video quality because I'm being impatient and I want to make this next video. What's up, guys? It is Jonathan with One Big Impact. So, if you've been watching the other videos, this is my little series of kind of like storytelling, but also just giving you an idea of my top 5 favorite countries in the world. So, the first one was Switzerland. The second one was do you know? You should go watch it. I'll put a link in the description and link in the description below to all of them. So keep that in mind. I'll give you 10 seconds. Can you guess this one? This is number 3. 15-minute max on these videos. Costa Rica. So Costa Rica was pretty crazy in the sense that I don't even remember why the hell I went there. To be honest, I don't even know. San Jose sucked. It was basically like being in Phoenix, Arizona. It wasn't that great. I didn't enjoy it at all. Also, the Pacific side, like Hako, was hot, yo. It was horrible. Like the amount of like sunburn that I got over there was absolutely more sunburnt than I've ever got in my freaking life. It was absolutely ridiculous, and I did not enjoy it. Now the Caribbean side, different story. Puerto Viejo, and that's all I remember, to be honest. Limon, I heard, is really dangerous. I didn't go there. But in Puerto Viejo, the first place I stayed was really cheap. I think it was $4 a night. It was literally like hammocks. It was the worst night of sleep in my life. It was absolutely, I think it was like Flamin' J's or something crazy like that. It sucked. The people that were there were literally like hippies that looked like they were like 20s years old, and it just looked like they were like homeless kids. I'm not saying anything against them or whatever, but it just didn't look like anybody was actually paying rent there. They, I don't know. It was a weird situation. Flamin' J's or something like that. If you know what the hell it's called, put it in the description below. But it was not a nice place. The next night, I went to a place called Selena. Selena Resorts became by far my favorite place to go, and I absolutely loved it. It was, I think, it was pretty expensive actually for my taste. Usually, I don't spend this much on a hostel. I think it was like 18 or 20 bucks a night or something like that. It was pretty high for what I usually do. I usually try to stay around 10 bucks, no more than like 12 or something like that. But 8 to 12 bucks is like where I want to stay. I know that sounds cheap, but that's usually what it costs. So I went to Selena. I ended up staying there, I think, for like a solid week. I was in Costa Rica total for like a month. It was actually really nice. Met some cool people. Enjoyed it. I think one of the most interesting and exciting things about Costa Rica, first of all, at Puerto Viejo, was the fact that I was so close to the beach. It was super cloudy, super like drizzly, rainy, like England. I love bad weather like that. It was absolutely gorgeous. And you wake up every morning and you go down to this little area that they have, and it has like Wi-Fi and stuff like that. And it's a place you have breakfast. You put your food in the bowl, and then they weigh it, and it's like $4 or $6 depending on weight and stuff like that. It was really cool. I drank tons of coffee and just chilled out there and edited videos for hours. It was just a really, really relaxing, mind off of everything else kind of time, and I really enjoyed it a lot. So fast forward after Puerto Viejo, because that was by far my favorite place. We went off and like swam on some shipwrecks, met some cool people from, I don't even know where the hell they were from, to be honest. I have no idea where these people were from. Belgium, I think, or something like that. Something like that. I don't know. It was like 10 people, roughly. Anyway, we hung out for a few days, partied, hung out, had good times and stuff like that. Now, the next place I went, I don't know if it's in this exact order or not. I think these might have been before there. Was the Cloud Forest in Monteverde. So I went up to Monteverde where they have like the arenal volcanoes and stuff like that. I did not do that. I kind of wanted to do the other stuff with the spa and stuff like that, like where you go like the hot springs and stuff. It was kind of expensive, and I kind of don't like taking my shirt off in front of people, so I decided not to do it. But it was beautiful there. Like the cloud forest was absolutely epic. It was a little bit creepy at times because I was walking through like what I more than what I known that a jungle was. I'd never walked through an actual jungle. Forest, yes. The jungle was different. There was a lot of stuff moving around in there. It was pretty crazy. But it ended up being perfectly safe. Saw some really cool stuff. It was just a tiny little town. And then the next place I went, where did I go next? I think maybe I went to Puerto Viejo. I stopped at a few places. If you're looking for like a diverse place that has like a lot of different climates and things like that, it was a really cool place. San Jose, I will say be careful because there's some really bad areas. I did some walking tours in Costa Rica too, meaning like you sign up for these walking tours and they just take you around and with other tourists and stuff like that. It was really cool. At first, I thought that was going to be an issue, but uh, another thing on the actual Pacific side that I did enjoy was Manuel Antonio. It was a park, aka what we would call a zoo. It was a zoo that you can go in and you're like interacting with the animals. There was like monkeys, iguanas, like it was really beautiful. The most beautiful beaches that I've seen on the Pacific side for sure. It was really pretty. Trying to think of anything else that I thought of that I guess I thought I had more to talk about um, Costa Rica. I actually liked it a lot. It was very nice, very pretty. But it was more so, you know what? Now that I think about it, I think number three is going to be blended with another one, Maui. A few years ago, I went to Maui with Boo, and it was very similar to the same type of horticulture, I guess that's the word, maybe agriculture. I don't know what the hell the word is. The environment was very similar. Maui is extremely expensive. We rented a car and we stayed there for 3 weeks, and I don't want to change the pace and start getting sad. I miss Boo so much. Sheesh. If you don't know, my son passed away of an overdose in 2019, and it's been really hard, to be honest. I've been probably filling the void with all kinds of, negative feelings and stuff, and it's been really, really hard. But um, Maui was really pretty. It was probably the only place I was satisfactory of sleeping all over the island. Me and Boo went there, and he paid for his whole trip, by the way, which was really cool. Um, we went there, and I told him either we can rent a hotel and just stay there, and we won't be able to leave much because of the cost of renting a car, or we can rent a car and then we could be mobile and we could stay in the car and maybe get like some tents and just kind of go all around the island. Well, we rented a car, which was a really good idea because that would have sucked being stuck at one place. We rented this little SUV, and he slept in the car, I slept in the tent. We stayed in some beaches all around the place. The road to Hana, if you ever get a chance. I've heard bad things about the other islands. I don't really know because I haven't been there. I'm sure they're all beautiful in their own right. But the road to Hana it's almost like living inside a Home Depot garden center times 5 million. Like, it really was so pretty, so natural. The waterfalls were absolutely epic. Oh, Costa Rica in the Arenal area in the cloud forest. I went to this. Uh, if you go to the waterfalls, let me look it up. Let me look it up. Let me start my phone. I'll finish talking about There's Black Sand Beach in Maui. There's so many. There's Red Sand Beach in Maui. We had a lot of fun, man. We went all over the island and just there was a lot. It's so cool going to small places like that that have different climates because you do see the black beach, you do see the red beach, you do see a cold side where people were like surfing on giant waves, and you see a side that's super bright and sunny and windy and there's not really much beach, and then you see a 50-mile stretch where it's just nothing but beach, and then you see a jungle, and it was really cool experience. Maui was definitely I know that's the U.S. Um, but I guess I had never anticipated it being so pretty. It was really pretty. Waterfalls near Monteverde, Costa Rica.
Waterfalls around Monteverde.
I think it's
Sure.
like fall called For something or something like that. I'm trying to remember what it was called. La Fortuna Waterfall. Boom, there it was. It was the most powerful waterfall. I haven't been to a lot of big waterfalls or anything like that. But when you got down there, by the way, take the damn tractor for the $2. All right. I swear to you, I walked like 100 freaking miles that day because I was being stubborn, and I'm like, nah, man, I'll just walk it. Nobody else walked it because it was stupid. And then I had to walk all the way down, all the way back up, then all the way back. I probably walked 50 miles that day. It was so retarded. Like, I'll never do that again. So take the tractor, pay the $2 or whatever the hell it costs. You go past a little chicken farm and stuff. Anyway, that waterfall was so powerful. Like when I got within like 1,000 feet of it, like it was like blowing me over. I was taking videos and having to wipe my screen off like every 5 seconds. It was really, really pretty. And it was kind of like off the beaten path a little bit, so it was really nice. But Maui was interesting because there was some areas where it was like super chill, like vibey, like surfer town and stuff like that. And then you go over to the other side, and it's like mountainous and stuff. It was both of those places are equally pretty. I would say you're probably going to find a lot more diversification in Costa Rica, like a lot more different kind of cultures and climates and stuff like that. But definitely, if you're looking for something tropical, I would pick out one of those two. So if you like this video, please check us out on Facebook. Our group is called World Travelers. In the next video, I'm curious if you know what my number 4 is. My number 4 used to be my number 1, I'll be completely honest, and it's still definitely up there. Like if I was going to die tomorrow, knock on wood, if I was going to die tomorrow, this is one of the places I would go. See if you can guess. Put it in the description below. See you guys in the next video.